I'm a futurist. I define that as being a catalyst to get people, the market, and the world to think about the future and then to facilitate a conversation about it. Now, I believe, as you will see shortly, that we are in transition between two ages. We, being humanity, we are leaving the information age and we're entering the shift age. And when that happens, there's a lot of disruption because there's a reorganization going on. I think we're in about a 5-year transitional period where that's going to happen. Now, you are the best at what you do, so I've been told. That you are here because you are the best at what you do, which means that you spend a lot of time thinking about work, doing work, creating, talking to people. So you spend all your time thinking about work. What I would like to do for you this morning is lift you up, take you out of your context, and let you have a vision of the future. So if you could just let yourself follow me, I'd be a tour guide to show you where we're going, and then suggest how that might be of service to you in your business. 3 forces that are changing our world. Now, the first force I've talked about, which is this flow to global. We are moving into a global integration of society. We're in a global economy, global politics, and culture will follow. So we're getting organized around all of us. The macro, if you will. There is no bigger economic unit than all of us. At the same time, because the individual is more powerful than the individual has ever been before, is this flow to the individual. Because we're so connected. It's all about me. It's about my website. It's about my Facebook page. It's about my blog. It's about my Twitter account. It's about whatever. So we're getting organized around all of us, the macro. The individual, each of us, which is the micro. There's no smaller economic unit than the individual. So we're getting organized around all of us and each of us. And in the developed countries of the world, that means that institutions do not have as much value as they used to. People no longer think of themselves as related to an institution. When in my parents' generation, you said, who do you work for and what do you belong to? So my father said, oh, I'm a faculty member at the University of Chicago and I belong to the Quadrangle Club. Snapshot, that's who you are. Today, we go, so what do you do? And what are your interests? So we're much more individually oriented. We don't think of ourselves so much about having to be part of an institution. So all those institutions in the 20th century, unions, service organizations, club memberships are in decline because we don't need them anymore. And both of these forces are amplified by what I have been putting into your mind, which is the accelerated electronic connectedness of the planet. The youth of today are always on, right? They're always texting. And when they get together, they hug. Like yesterday, when I was talking to the master agents and you saw each other for the first time, you hugged each other, right? Because, oh, how you doing? Because you've been technologically apart. So high touch and high tech, and work and place separate. In the agricultural age, you had to be on the land to farm it. In the industrial age, you had to be in the factory to produce it. In the information age, you had to be in the wired office to have a competitive advantage. Now we can work from anywhere. I work from everywhere, right? So place is not important. The only reason that place is important in the future is for collaboration and human creative interaction. In stock markets around the world, intellectual property is becoming more valuable. In 1975, the biggest index in the United States is the S&P 500. And in 1975, the percent of the market cap of the S&P 500 that was intellectual property was 16.7%. 2005, 30 years later, at the end of the threshold decades, the market cap of the S&P 500 that was intellectual property was 79.8%. So in 30 years, it went from 17% to 80%. So the value of corporate assets today is intellectual property. It's intellectual property. Again, that's what you do. You provide the intellectual property to help your clients prepare for the future. They turn to you for information based on that emotional relationship that they have. So you are selling intellectual property. You are providing intellectual property. You represent intellectual property to your clients. So we're entering the shift age. The first full decade of which is the transformation decade. Transformation is defined in the dictionary as a change in nature, shape, form, or character of anything. So just think about your life. Think how you've changed in communication. Think how you've changed in everything you've done. You're in transformation. So also, I gave it this name on January 1st, 01, 10. Those are digital numbers. By the way, raise your hand if you don't have enough information in your life. Right? That's how you know you're not in the information age anymore, right? Because scarcity creates value. In the information age, we all have too much information now, so we have to left the information age. In the shift age, it's attention. What you put your attention on, the information you put your attention on, creates value for the information. Global orientation and connectivity, I've talked about. That's what this decade is going to be known for. It's going to be known for this, and I was saying the other night, it's going to be the most transformative decade in healthcare and medicine, because we are going to have moral questions, moral situations that we've never had before. We should try to be the parents of our future rather than the offspring of our past. And when I was at the reception last night, I wasn't hearing people talking about, oh, we were great last year. I was hearing about a new product and a new opportunity and the new things we're going to do. You should try to be the parents of your future rather than the offspring of your past. And I really feel that you are a company that is that way. You're parenting the future of this company here at this conference. And I wish you well in that. So I thank you.